Right now on Apple Valley News Now, live at 5.
You have to see this, a wild scene from Pasco late this afternoon after police do a pit maneuver. What we know coming up. Plus, we are learning more about a robbery at the subway in Benton City tonight. Also ahead.
So we know kids have a right to education no matter their immigration status, and so that's the value that it starts with.
The Washington school superintendent speaking out on new immigration policy.
And of course, Stacy is here tracking your forecast.
Hope you guys enjoyed the almost 50-degree weather today. That's not going to last. I'll tell you more coming up. The news at 5 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining us on this Friday. I'm Austin Reed.
And I'm Wendy Redmond. It is January the 24th. We start tonight with the end of this police chase through the streets of Pasco this afternoon. Stop what you're doing and watch this. It all started after 2 o'clock. Officers began chasing the driver on Court Street, and it spilled onto other streets as well.
Now, the chase did not last long, just a few minutes, but it finally ended in a pit maneuver back on Court Street. The driver was arrested, but there is no word yet if anybody was hurt. We'll keep you updated on air and online. The Benton County Sheriff's Office announcing an arrest has been made in the robbing of a sandwich shop in Benton City. 41-year-old Daryl Price has now been arrested on suspicion of robbery in the first degree. This past Sunday, just after 5 p.m., a man police believe to be Price walked into the Subway restaurant on 9th Street and stole money from the register. They say that the man had a gun hidden in his sweatshirt and then ran out of the store. Deputies with the Benton County Sheriff's Office got to the restaurant and called for a canine unit to respond. However, the suspected armed robber was not found. Detectives and members of the proactive team say they have evidence that leads them to name Price as the man who robbed the Subway. Price, at last check, is in the Benton County Jail.
The search for a local missing person leads to the arrest of murder suspects. Last May, authorities started looking for Kennewick resident Anibal Areola after his family reported him missing. Tonight, we're learning officials just made arrests in the case. Detectives now believe Areola was murdered at a home in Pasco. They identified 3 suspects, 48-year-old Javier Santana of Kennewick and 41-year-old Jason Bennett of College Place. They are booked in the Franklin County Jail for murder. The third suspect, 47-year-old Kimberly Salas, formerly of Pasco, was already in custody in Montana for an unrelated case, and we are told she will also be charged in connection with this crime. Authorities are still searching for Areola's body. If you know anything, call police.
An update now on the human remains found during street construction in the city of Walla Walla. They were discovered near the intersection of Fern Avenue and Whitman Street back in December. The remains were determined to be of Native American origin, so this designates the site as an archaeological area. The city stopped all construction in that spot and are consulting with tribal leaders to determine how best to proceed. Stay with Apple Valley News Now for updates in this case. Following up now, attorneys for the man accused in the stabbing deaths of 4 University of Idaho students 2 years ago are alleging mishandling of DNA evidence.
Yes, during a hearing Thursday, Brian Kohberger's defense team tried to paint the investigation as flawed in an effort to get key evidence thrown out. Investigators used investigative genetic genealogy to link Kohberger to the crime after pulling DNA evidence from trash at his family's Pennsylvania home. The DNA was traced back to Kohberger through a public genealogy database, which led to an arrest warrant.
The defense argued the DNA was acquired without a warrant and violated Kohberger's rights. The prosecution says no rights were violated as the DNA was voluntarily uploaded to public genealogy platforms. They were back in court today as the judge continued to hear arguments for a second day. Okay, switching gears, the weekend is right around the corner, so let's see how our weather is shaping up.
It was pretty nice today, wasn't it?
Yes.
I enjoyed it.
I did too.
It wasn't too bad out there. Lots of sunshine, not as cold. When I say not too bad, I mean not as cold.
Not
right?
as cold, yeah.
Not quite as bad. All right, let's check back in with Stacy to see how it's looking.
I ordered that up for you guys.
Thank you.
That sunshine, it was close to 50 degrees. Hope you enjoyed it, because that's not what's going to be going forward. In fact, we're back to that cool weather. Some areas in our region, say like Bend, Central Oregon areas, are going to see temperatures struggling to get above 10 degrees over the weekend. Now, fortunately, we're going to stay a little bit warmer here. We're 39 right now. Feels like temp is 37, but those overnight lows are going to be back to very, very chilly. Temperatures are staying pretty warm so far this evening. 36 in Ellensburg, 39 in Yakima. But as the sun goes down, as you know. Now let's take a look at those overnight low temperatures. Much warmer than we were the last few days. In fact, no teen temperatures there. That's going to transition again. We'll start seeing those teens and 20s. Overall, our weather pattern pretty calm. Not a lot going on. There is a snowstorm that's going to hit from, like, say, Tahoe area into the Denver area. But that's pretty much it. Clear and cold for our region. The other big newsworthy statement, air stagnation advisory in our region through Monday. Air quality could be impacted with this pattern we're set up for. We're going to be dry through the middle of next week. When is that precip going to return? I'll give you all the details coming up. Austin, Wendy.
All right, thank you very much, Stacey. Well, the superintendent of public instruction provided some clarity to districts this week on how they should go about any attempts to enforce immigration laws in schools. State Superintendent Chris Reichdahl says legal challenges are possible if the federal government uses schools to arrest undocumented immigrants.
In a 13-page document put out by OSPI, he reiterated that schools must provide an education to all students under the state constitution. Districts aren't allowed to offer up private student data to federal immigration authorities, and any attempts to use a school for immigration enforcement must go through proper legal channels.
And on Tuesday, the Trump administration, of course, lifted long-standing restraints on immigration enforcement at sensitive places like schools and churches. While schools haven't been used yet, Reichdahl says that districts needed guidance on how to proceed.
My overall feeling is it's a sad day in America. I understand we need to enforce immigration laws. That's typically been about adults who have done things not consistent with federal law, targeting kids and creating that anxiety and disrupting their learning, and all of that is really sad and troubling.
According to data, 2% of our state's public school students, around 21,600 children, are migrants. Reichdahl believes attempts to use schools for immigration enforcement where federal dollars being withheld because they won't cooperate could possibly be challenged in Washington or another state. He says courts have historically ruled that states must teach students regardless of their citizenship status.
Over 4 years after the devastating 2020 wildfires, several Oregon school districts still need financial support as they rebuild. Two new House bills, 3165 and 3941, aim to provide both short-term and long-term help to districts impacted by those fires. House Bill 3165 requests the legislature to allocate money for the current school year, while House Bill 3941 proposes more than $38 million over the next 4 school years. These bills build on House Bill 2046, passed in 2022, which provided $25 million for the 4 districts, Santiam Canyon, Phoenix Talent, Lincoln County, and McKenzie, based on their 2019 pre-wildfire enrollment.
On the Art Beat tonight, the Desert Fiber Arts Guild is celebrating the end of its 50th anniversary year. With this, the DFA's Allied Arts exhibition is happening at the Gallery at the Park in Richland right now. You can take a look at the talents of the Guild's fiber artists until January 31st. There are items for sale and some just for display. The DFA has over 140 members and around 30 are represented in this show.
All the groups are represented. So our knitters, our crocheters, our weavers, our felters, our band weavers.
Quality, slow fashion, you know, taking time to make things is really a better investment for your money. It may cost you a little more, but it's going to last longer. It's going to be one of a kind, and this is something that the Desert Fiber Arts, the Guild, has to offer to the community.
Both Betsy and Susan have pieces in the gallery right now. Stick around until 6 o'clock tonight and we will hear all about how the Desert Fiber Arts Guild is incorporating sustainable and eco-friendly traits into their projects. Or you can head to the gallery at the park in Richland to see it for yourself. Apple Valley News Now is your local TV home for the Seattle Kraken. The guys appeared to turn things around, playing better on defense. While they were shut out against Washington, they have been lighting the lamp more frequently, netting 15 goals in the last 5 games. The plays to get those goals are something to see. So coming up tonight at 6, our Dan Hansen has this week's Kraken Plays of the Week. You don't want to miss those, Wendy.
No, definitely stick around for that. And hey, the Tri-City American season is really turning into a Jekyll and Hyde year for them. Since the boys returned from Christmas break, the team is 3-9 in their last 12 games, and they're trying to turn things around. The losses have hit the Ams hard on and off the ice. The team traded away Jordan Gavin for a future NHL player in Charlie Ellick. Austin Zemlak is injured. No word on when he will return. Now, Americans left winger Jake Goodell has been suspended by the WHL for hitting Vancouver Giants defenseman Mark Howell. Americans head coach Stu Barnes says he doesn't think Goodell was trying to injure Howell, but ultimately it's up to the league to decide.
He's disappointed, and of course, first and foremost, you're worried about the other player. You want to make sure he's doing okay, and it sounds like that's the case. And then obviously you want to, get beyond that and hopefully get back in the lineup as soon as you can.
Well, Barnes says Goodell is expected to return for their matchup against the Medicine Hat Tigers when the team returns to the Toyota Center on Saturday.
Apple Valley News Now, live at 5, is just getting started on this Friday. Still ahead, we are previewing weekend events.
Yes, and Stacy is coming back with a look at your full forecast. Look at this beautiful shot right here.
Love it.
Man, love where we live. All right, Stacy's coming right back after this.
The Ford F-150 redefines working remotely. There's a desk inside the cab, a tailgate work surface out back, and available Pro Power on board to plug in what you need. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
I felt like there was just no answers to get out of the anxiety and the depression that I had.
I was suicidal all the time, thinking about it nonstop, every day, every moment.
Depression and anxiety rob millions of us of our day-to-day lives, but nothing seems to pull you out of it. Introducing NeuroStim TMS, Washington's leading provider of transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS therapy. At NeuroStim TMS, we treat the root of the problem with a series of short daily treatments. Using a non-invasive magnetic field, TMS activates the natural function of the brain's neurotransmitters to improve mood and regulate emotion. TMS is not shock therapy. It's an FDA-approved, easy outpatient experience and covered by all major medical insurances.
There's nothing better than just being able to enjoy life again.
The treatment just completely, fundamentally changed my life.
Visit neurostimtms.com today or call to schedule your free consultation at any of our 12 Washington state locations.
Dear winter, we're coming. Our squad of vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready to take you on. Safety's the name of our game. Bundle up. Toyota.
Right now, you can lease a tough new 2025 Tundra for just $499 per month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
At US Cellular, you don't have to choose between a great deal on the phone you want and the phone plan that's right for you.
You can get both. 4 free phones of your choice and 4 lines for just $90.
Wow, kids, that's like us not having to choose between tickets to wrestling or that puppet musical.
We want a great phone and a great plan too, don't we, little guy? Totally.
Get both. 4 free phones of your choice plus 4 lines for $90. No trade-in needed. US Cellular, built for us.
The Ford F-150 redefines working remotely. There's a desk inside the cab, a tailgate work surface out back, and available Pro Power on board to plug in what you need. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
Schweitzer Resort on Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
All right, we are back on Apple Valley News Now live at 5. This weekend is the 35th annual Tri-Cities Sportsman Show. It's taking place at the Hapo Center in Pasco. The event started today. It goes through Sunday. Adult entrance fees will be $12. Children 6 to 7, well, they are right around the same price, but children under 6, they're free. There will be over 50 booths. We spoke to one of the vendor booths who says he first started attending in 2017 and he has yet to miss a year.
We come over from Africa every year. We do Pasco Tri-City Show just to promote our business. We are a safari company. We offer tours, sightseeing tours, big game hunting, plains game hunting, fishing, offshore fishing, freshwater fishing. So we come over every year to market and we do a trip throughout of the United States.
Me, it's very exciting, especially doing it with my dad, which is very special.
Very cool. Also, there will be a chance for you to see this live tiger at the event. If that sounds like fun to you, again, or no, that's a lion. Yeah, the script said tiger. Nope, that's a lion. It does start, though, again, it started today at the Hapo Center.
My goodness. Okay. Well, this
I was
weekend,
scared, everybody.
lions and tigers and bears, they have it all. This weekend, State Fair Park is hosting the National RV Show. Renovations were made to the RV park as it now has 168 spaces with access to 50-amp power, water, and a sewer system. The renovations are to target the RV market and bring new visitors as well as revenue to the Yakima Valley. The RV Show is open from 9 until 7 today through Monday, and there's free parking and admission. A partnership between Three Rivers Community Foundation and donors is providing 9 different scholarships to students this year. The scholarship applications are now open. The scholarships help students pursuing a variety of different careers, from business accounting or science and technology. This year, the foundation is introducing a new type of scholarship that not only students from the usual Benton and Franklin counties will benefit from.
Our newest Thomas E. Jones Scholarship Fund for Science and Engineering, and that family had a connection to both Pasco and Sunnyside communities, and so we wanted to extend that so that we were meeting the wishes of our donor, and it made sense for the memory of Thomas Jones that they were honoring. So in that case, we were able to use some flexibility and make sure that we were meeting the needs of the donor and incorporating those students in that particular case.
The deadline to apply for any of the scholarships is April 30th.
And the United Way of Benton and Franklin counties is getting 2 grants.
Yes, to improve the educational, health, and social outcomes for youth in the community. The grants total $41,000 and will be administered throughout 2025. The goal is a community where all children have the opportunity to learn and thrive. The first grant is $36,000 from the CLA Foundation to enable those chronically absent middle schoolers to connect with mentors through Attendance Matters.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And today was a nice little tease with some warm weather. In fact, we hit close to 50 degrees in some areas today. It is cooling down, and well, unfortunately, the cold weather is going to continue for a long stretch. 39 degrees, winds are light at 3. Your feels like temp is 37. Look at the sunset, 4:50. By the end of the month, we'll start seeing those sunsets around 5. Temperatures around the region, we're starting to cool down as we speak. 38 right now in Sunnyside, 36 Hermiston, 37 Walla Walla, 34 in Pendleton. Let's talk about an air quality alert in place. We're talking air stagnation advisory, and we're already seeing some impacts around the area. Moderate air quality, we want to monitor that very closely this weekend. That stays in effect through Monday. Just because there's not a lot of wind, things are just going to settle down with this cold air not moving around. In fact, here are some areas impacted. Moderate right now, so not too bad. But again, if you're sensitive, you may want to take some precautions in your home. Tracking the cold continues. The coldest air starts to remain in the north portion of the country. Look at this. We're finally getting a break in the south, but we still see cold air filtering right down to the Pacific Northwest. As far as snow goes for the skiers, well, it would be Lake Tahoe all the way to Salt Salt Lake into the Utah ski resort areas into Denver. That is where snow is settling across the area, and some much needed rain finally is going to grace California over the weekend, both Saturday and Sunday. So yes, they'll have some rain showers. Now they could have some landslide problems in those burn scar areas, but yes, good call for that rain. It's been about 8 or 9 months since they've seen any substantial rain in the region. Our area tonight, again, nice and chilly. We had those temperatures much warmer last night. Well, guess what? We're back in the teens and 20s tonight. 18s and 20s along the foothills. Will be in the low 20s here in the Columbia Basin, up the Yakima Valley, Kittitas Valley in the teens. So very, very chilly. For tomorrow, it's going to be sunny, dry, and on the cool side. Most of us, you know, in the 30s, still above the freezing level, but not very warm overall. Let's take a look at our 7-day planner. Look at all the sunshine, though. Nice and clear. The next possible chance for precip, it's coming late next week. That's what we're talking about right now. The National Weather Service released the report for next month. Winter's not over yet, folks. In fact, it's just beginning. We're talking about cooler air and very active weather for the month of February. So get prepared for that and enjoy this little break in between the systems that usually this time of year you get a system about every other day. So this long stretch of sunshine and cold temps, a little bit rare, but you know what? I'm not going to complain. I haven't had to shovel a driveway or slip on ice or any of that good stuff. So there you go.
Is this real
oh
wood?
yeah, everyone knock.
I don't know.
Knock on the desk.
Hopefully it is.
Yeah.
We can now pin this on you.
Right.
When
So February, though,
turn.
guys, that's what they're saying. It's looking to be more active,
Okay.
cold. Snow maybe. We'll see.
All right. We'll keep paying attention to your forecast then to find out. Thank you, Stacy.
All right, we've got the spotlight when we come on back.
Operation Best Friend, sponsored by the Manthai Group Cross Country Mortgage.
For the greatest selection at the lowest prices, come to Cost Less Carpet.
As a general contractor, I bring my clients to Cost Less Carpet so they can see every option.
Everything I need is always in stock.
If it's trendy or new, I'm sure you'll find it here.
And their team of designers are so fun to work with.
It really is worth the experience.
I can find everything for my home or my client's home, no problem.
Shopping here is an awesome experience.
Cost Less Carpet, where inspiration and ideas happen.
Wild Horse Resort and Casino is celebrating 3 decades of fun. We're starting our 30th year, giving away over $30,000 in cash and prizes. Join the fun starting in January and win up to $500 cash every 15 minutes. You could be one of 5 lucky winners to take home the $1995 cash grand prize. The celebration continues with over $30,000 again in February. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. Celebrate 3 decades of fun.
Vance Heating and Air Conditioning. We promise friendly customer service, highly trained technicians. Save $50 on any heating repair. We service all makes and models. Don't leave it to chance. Call Vance.
My name's Will Lindsay. I do the dock. I put stuff out in the store too. And I've been here for about 7 years and a half now. And I went over to Pasco, the tall guy, Robert. I got introduced to him and then he gave me the job. I like taking donations and I like talking to people. I like the people come here and yeah, this is a good place to work.
Goodwill. Donate, shop, impact locally.
Prosser Memorial Health is moving. At 8 a.m. Saturday, February 1st, 2025, we're opening the doors to our brand new hospital at 200 Prosser Health Drive. After 78 years of serving this incredible community, we're excited to bring you a state-of-the-art hospital designed with you in mind. From advanced care to welcoming spaces, this is how we grow together. The new Prosser Memorial Health Hospital, opening 8 a.m. February 1st at 200 Prosser Health Drive. Learn more at prosserhealth.org.
STCU and Apple Valley News Now continue to honor volunteers by sharing their stories and awarding their charities $1,000 each. If you know someone in Benton and Franklin counties who is making a difference and taking that extra step to make our communities better, please tell us about them today. Just click on Volunteers Count on the Contest tab at applevalleynewsnow.com for the STCU Volunteers Count nomination form. Volunteers Count from STCU and Apple Valley News Now.
Okay, every single night at 5 o'clock, I bring you the spotlight. And tonight, we're talking about this. Earlier this week, students from WA High, so WA High FFA, delivered goodie bags to members of the Walla Walla County Fire District Number 4. Tonight, the department tells us the gesture was completely heartwarming, but what made it even more special was that there were handwritten notes inside each bag. Firemen and women are now distributing these treats to the members and volunteers across the jurisdiction. If you have an idea for the spotlight, send me an email. It's easy, areed@applevalleyNewsNow.com. Stacy has a final look at your weather when we come on back.
Hello there. Watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Theory of a Dead Man. I remember the day Unplugged. You left for Santa Monica. Friday, February 28th, 8 p.m., Legends Casino Hotel. I guess I'll sit around and medicate. I'm starting to see. On sale now at Ticketmaster.com and Legends Gift Shop. Live on an angel. Don't miss Theory of a Dead Man. Unplugged.
The old me was stuck in the daily grind. My routine didn't allow for any self-expression. I found clay, and that changed everything. I realized my calling was to give others the space to be creative, to build something. And that's how Clay was born. Having a Chase Ink card has allowed us to grow it and bring people together. There's a creative side in all of us. That's what I hope people come here to find.
Earn up to 5% cash back on business essentials with the Chase Ink Business Cash Card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
Magical moments. Snowy adventures. Warming up. Making memories. A winter wonderland. The perfect close-by getaway this winter is Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Find countless ways to play and plan your escape at cdawinter.com.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through March 31st, receive rebates up to $1,300 off, plus a free thermostat on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See deal for details.
I'm a real wild one. Once in a while, we all want to go wild. We just need a little help. Meet a little help. The 2024 Ford Bronco Sport Wild Edition goes over any terrain, so you can go all out. Get a wild deal on a Bronco Sport today. Lease a 24 Bronco Sport 4x4 Wild Edition for just $299 a month for 36 months, only at your local Ford dealer.
Tonight, the 2020 true crime. They were living the high life, but it was all about to come crashing down.
Everybody thought car bombing has to be a mob hit.
Inside a murder mystery as it unravels. The new 2020 tonight on ABC.
Breaking news that affects you.
Plus, first alert weather, helping you plan and keeping you safe.
And what happened overnight in the Northwest.
And across America.
Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, and Good Morning America. The most watched morning news on local TV.
All right, guys, the weekend's here. Definitely keep the coats and warm clothes out, but it is going to be sunny, so we're going to be happy about that.
Yes.
Now, if you see some ice, especially around slow-moving water, don't step on that. Let's take a look at our weather photo. This is a good example. This is the fishing pond at Columbia Park. Look at all that ice, and we're staying pretty cold, so it could look like maybe you could walk on that. Maybe not that picture, but don't do it. It's not safe, especially on our rivers around here. So thanks, Raphael, for grabbing that and sending that in. QR code right side of your screen. That's how you get your photo on TV, or go to applevalleyNewsNow.com. Let's plan your day tomorrow. Again, chilly temperatures, especially in the morning hours. Teens there, and you're only going to be in the mid 30s by noon, low 30s in some areas, and just barely below 40 degrees for the afternoon. 7-day planning forecast looking pretty. Look at all the days in a row of sunshine, but then look down and look at those overnight lows. Very, very cold temperatures once again as we go forward into next week. Our first chance of precip possibly Thursday, Friday, a little far out, but we're going to be keeping an eye on that. And let's talk about this, something brand new. We have the brand new Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather app. Get it on your phone. It works on Android and the iPhone. Download it, customize it, push alerts. My video's on there right now. Check it out.
Yeah,
Some
you
good
can
stuff.
have your own personal meteorologist with you at all times from our station. You can carry Stacy around with you. There you go. All right, thanks so much for joining us on the news at 5.
Yeah, we'll be back at 6. Hoping your news is good news.
Have a great night.